Hey everybody! So we are here today to test out two of the palettes we got in the July Ipsy and Boxy beauty boxes. And I'm not going to do an eye look for myself today because as you can see I have a really dramatic eye look. We just went to a gender reveal party, so in lieu of taking all my makeup off, I figured I would just do two different eye looks on Kitsali, and we were going to try out the YouTube influencer beauty guru Manny MUA from Morphe, and then also this is a really interesting palette. It's all like vegan, no mineral oil, no talc, no parabens, no gluten. So it's interesting. There's like this is by Sakura and Sage, Seraphine Botanicals. So I really want to see, I'm interested to see how these perform because they don't have a lot of the usual ingredients in them. So I'm curious to see how this performs. This is how this looks inside here. And then of course the Manny MUA looks like this. I've used this already on myself, and there's a look that I like in here that I'm going to do on her and show you. So I'm trying to get this camera angle right. Okay, so let's do this Manny MUA one first. And the look I created is a little bit different from how I usually do my makeup. So what I did was I went in with this shade right here. It's called Cancer. It's like a shimmery, like dark rose burgundy type thing. And I put that right along the crease. But first, I always forget to tell you guys this step. We're gonna use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and we're going to put that all over the lid, and this is going to serve as our base. And it's gonna keep everything in place, and there's gonna be no smudging, no smearing. You always wanna use a base first. So it could be like an eyelid primer, it could be a concealer. This is just my go-to base that I use. So anyways, we're gonna dip into Cancer right here. We're going to put it, just buff it all into the crease. So when I say buff, you're just gonna take a blending brush, like a fluffy brush, and you're just gonna place it kind of like with windshield wiper motions and just make sure it's really blended. Like so. Buff it out. And then you're gonna take one of your shadow brushes, and I'm gonna use this one. So it's like more of a flat-ended brush. I'm going to use this. Now this is a really interesting color. It's called Aries. It's right here. And I don't know if you can see it in the light, but in the pan, it looks almost blue, but it has lots of like pigments of like pinkish rose in there too, depending on how the light catches it. So it makes it look kind of like holographic a little bit. So I'm gonna take that with my shadow brush, and I'm gonna pack that all on top of her lid. And it goes on, like you can see in the pan, it's like a bluish aqua with a little pigments in there, but it goes on pretty pink. But it does have like that holographic effect. I'm just gonna pack that on the lid. So as you can see in the light, it looks pink, but when the light hits it, it looks a little bit bluish, has a bluish hue to it. I'm gonna take another shadow brush, and I'm going to put just in the middle of her lid this kind of goldy shimmer. It's called Scorpio. So most of these names have like zodiac signs, but not all of them. It's really weird. I'm gonna pack that on just in the middle, just to give it like a shimmer in the middle of her lid. in the middle. I'm gonna take my same blending brush. I'm not gonna pick up any product. I'm just going to just kind of go over that and just blend it out a little bit. Then my next step is where I would normally take a darker color to like smoke out the edges. I'm actually gonna take this bright kind of like mauve color. It's called Gamenta. So that's something you wouldn't really do on a regular basis. Normally in the outer edges you put like your darkest color to kind of smoke it out. But I'm brightening up the outer corner and it looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna use that and show you what it looks like here. So I'm kind of like veering off the norm as far as like the rules for makeup go. But you know what? I always like say there's no rules for makeup. You can do what you want. Hi, kitty. There's Kitty. Oh my gosh. Every time we do these videos, you guys, there's some cat that has to come say hi. Hi. Say hi, Kitty. So I'm just taking it and I'm buffing it out just in the outer corner. I'm kind of like, the coverage is buildable, so I've dipped in 3 different times now. And you can build it up as much as you want or as little as you want, but I kind of want it to pop. So I'm just putting a lot of pigment, maybe one more. So far, the palette's performing pretty well. There's no fallout. They're fairly, I would say they're medium pigmented. They're not super, but as you can see, they're very buildable. So we'll give you a close up in a minute. So that's that. And then I'm gonna take the angle shadowed brush and I'm going to put the highlight on her brows. So here's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to dip into the Nova color, which is right here. It's a nice shimmery highlight color. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right under the brow bone. Look up a little bit. And again, I'm building it up a bunch of times just to make sure it's opaque and not, you know, very sheer. I'm trying to make it a little bit more pigmented here. Now, this color can also be used as like a face highlight. So I'm just gonna take a highlighting brush and I'm just gonna put a little bit of highlight right in her cheekbones. Well, on this side. We'll try the other palette on the other side. So on this cheekbone, right here. So then we're going to line the eye. Now for her, I'm using this Araceli liquid eyeliner. It's brown. This one is in the color Café. So I'm gonna use a brown one on her. I'm gonna wing out her eye a little bit. And then I'm gonna top it off with this Big Ego by Tarte mascara. Looks towards me. And that is the finished look for that eye. So can I get that eye really close into the camera? Close up, close up, close up, close your eye. Turn your head a little bit. Cute. So that's the look for that Manny MUA. It's different. Like I said, with the brighter color in the outer edge, that's something you wouldn't normally do, but I really liked how it looked. I've worn that look several times now since I've gotten the palette and I like it. So now we're gonna go ahead and try this vegan palette here on the other eye. So you're gonna need to move your body a little bit. And I haven't used this palette yet, so it's got some blush in there. I think just for kicks, I'm gonna use the blush. This one is called Azalea on this side, so I'll use both of them for you. So first we're gonna dip into Azalea and we're gonna put it on this cheek. And then I'll try the other color on the other side and see if you guys can notice a difference. This is called Dawn. It's more of a peachy. So Azalea was like more of a rosy color. And Dawn is more like a peachy blush. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference or not. Very similar, but they say there's no talc in here, but it does have like a powdery texture. So I'm not sure how or why that is, but we're gonna start off again with the Painterly Paint Pot by MAC. We're gonna put that all over her lid as a base. And then, okay. I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush, a clean one. And I'm gonna start with this one right here. It's called Pecan. It's kind of like a orangish tannish color. We'll see how pigmented these are and how much we have to build them up. So again, we're just gonna, oh, these are actually way more pigmented than the Manny MUA. So, wow. I don't think I have to dip in more than once with this one, to be honest. It's laying down really nice. It's going on really buttery. They're very blendable. Yeah, I only need to dip that in one time. So then I'm gonna take a shadow brush and I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna go with this carob color. It's a kind of rose gold, but it's got a lot of shimmer to it. I wanna see how their shimmers perform. So I'm gonna take a shadow brush. Actually, I'm gonna use the one I used on the other lid, which was this one. Okay, so I'm gonna take a shadow brush. I'm gonna use this carob here. Turn your head. Oh my gosh, these are so nice. These are going down really nice. I think I have a favorite already compared to the two different formulas. Turn your head. Lift your head up a little bit. Yeah, these are super nice. And then I'm gonna take another shadow brush and I'm going to put in the center this silver. It's called silver. It's really sparkly. We're gonna put that down in the middle of the lid just to give it some extra shimmer. And this one I'm actually gonna use my fingertip for because it might respond better to the brush. It wasn't really gripping, so it is working better. So I'm just gonna tap it on. And I'm also gonna use some of this in the inner corners on both eyes. I'm gonna brush away some of this excess. This is really shimmery. It's really pretty. So then, for the outer corner, I think I'm gonna use this chicory color. It's like a dark brown. It's a matte, it's not a sparkly one. We're just gonna go in the outer corner, make that little V shape that you make, just to give it some depth and to smoke it out a little bit. That is really pretty, really pretty. This one doesn't have much of a highlight color. I'm gonna go back into the Manny MUA and use that one for the highlight. So we did Nova last time. I'll dip into Apollo this time. It's a little bit darker, peachy highlight, but we'll see how this one looks on the skin. about. So with the Manny MUA, you really have to dip in several times to build up the coverage, whereas the other palette, it just lays it down like super good. I actually really like this eye, so let me finish it off and then you can show them what it looks like. So we're gonna add the eyeliner, and I'm gonna add the same eyeliner to that eye. Oh, we were gonna use a highlight. Let me just try to highlight with this silver color and see if it's like super crazy or not. I mean, it's really silver, but more than anything, it just lays down sparkle. Okay. So let me go ahead and add her eyeliner and her mascara. And I'm gonna add a lipstick for her. This is by Ulta. It's just a butter balm, light pink. It's more of like a gloss. It's called Fiona. It's not like a liquid lip. It's just a gloss. And for her, you know, I'm gonna use. It goes on very baby pink. Open. Open. Why does it sound like someone's outside her house, doesn't it? Like this? Cute. Okay, so show them that eye. You guys get to be the judge, so put that other eye really close. Close it. Yeah, that's very pretty. They kind of look similar. The colors are similar. I just want to see how they perform. So, what do you think? Which eye do you like better? Which eye do you like better? Look close in the camera. Go, look. Get closer. Close your eyes. So, I say performance-wise, if I had to pick from the two of these, this one wins. The formulas are great. They're very blendable. They are not patchy. They're very pigmented. They just go on really smooth and creamy. Not very powdery because they don't have the talc. So they got something else in there that gives them that powder texture, but they're not like super, there was no fallout. Actually, this one didn't have any fallout either. So I would have to say they're both really good. But the one that performed the best was the Seraphine Botanicals. So comment down below and let me know what your favorite eye was, and we will come back to you in about, I would say, 2 weeks to do our August our August unboxing and see what we get this month. Hope y'all have a great night, and we are out. Bye.